Yeah. I think we're live. I think we're live. Let's confirm here with the database. Let's check it out. I think we are, and we are. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a early broadcast here, right? I'm not usually this early here on the channel. All right, I don't know what to do. It feels so much later than what it really is. As soon as I pressed go live, it feels so much later than what it really is. Welcome in, everyone, to Survivor Digest. Got myself a bowl. I'm ready to go. I'm Josh O'Leary, and I break down Survivor episodes. We are on season 48 of Survivor. Some weeks I'm joined with a guest, like Cowboy Nate or Dirt. Neither one of them are here at the moment. It's a little bit of an early show, a little bit of a last-minute time schedule change. As you know, WrestleMania week is upon us, and it is a very, very busy week here at the channel. A lot of wrestling. Whole lot of wrestling. Oh, yeah. We got big weekend, so I'll be going live for both nights of WrestleMania, doing my reactions, doing both nights, so it's going to be a very long live stream for both nights. And then, of course, we'll be doing the usual House Assembly. Will still be coming out on Sunday night as well, and we'll be covering WrestleMania in its entirety on Wednesday. And if you haven't checked out our predictions, we just live streamed them last night on Wednesday night's episode of Pro Wrestling Sauce. So go over to the Pro Wrestling Sauce playlist section and check out last night's episode of our WrestleMania 41 predictions. But enough of the plugs. Let's get into it for Survivor. That's right. Survivor Season 48, Episode number 8. We're back from a double tribal, right? We had the double tribal last episode, which you guys heard my dismay about the double tribal. I was not a fan. I haven't been a fan whenever they do this. Excuse me, the Red Bull. Whenever the merge happens and then they split both people, and then they split the tribe. Yeah, they split the people into two tribes essentially. All for a buff. You can hear my dismay in last week's episode. I did not like that at all. And we are finally back from the tribal split merge fart, is what I wrote here. Rest in peace, Say and Cedric. Gone, but not forgotten. Cedric definitely not forgotten because he is definitely on the jury, is he not? Night 14. We're at night 14, and Chrissy is trying to play off her outburst from last tribal. If you remember last tribal, she was really going in on the fact that she does not like integrity and trustworthiness going into her gameplay. She doesn't understand why everybody else is so adamant about being straightforward with everyone. Eventually, you're going to have to lie and stab someone in the back. Now, she's completely correct, but they don't like hearing this. And if the tribe as a whole doesn't like hearing this, I believe you're in big trouble. Now, she's trying to play cool here, play it up as smack talk, right? She's trying to say, hey, this is just my smack talk. This isn't a big deal, right? I was just, getting heated. I'm at tribal, right? It's crazy in there. The atmosphere, everything's just so much different. So then Mary acknowledges herself as the last of her tribe. As we know, Cedric and Say, they were voted out last episode in the dual tribal council. So Mary is now the last surviving member of her tribe. Shaheen's butt, he says his butt is puckering. I was like, oh my, Shaheen's butt is puckering after seeing his name written down at tribal. And he takes note that he has no relationship with Mary and he can't really fully trust her, which is a bad thing. I'm going to tell you that later on in the episode. That's a bad thing. You should connect with Mary somehow, some way. It could save your game, especially within that Integrity Alliance. They don't seem to really trust you so much, Shaheen. They don't really seem to trust you. So then we go to the opening credits. The opening credits roll, and I wrote down here as one of my notes that Shaheen gave a little confessional here, saying that he thinks he's in a good spot. Now, whenever someone says this, they're not in a good spot. So I immediately was like, oh no. Is he going home this episode? Because I'm not ready for him to go home at all. You know, I think he's one of the bright, shining stars left that we have. I think we got rid of quite a few already, actually. Thomas being my top one that I really wanted to see more of. But Shaheen, we're still going to get more of him in this episode. But he is very cocky here, saying that he thinks he's in a good spot. It's never good to say that. It's night 15, and Iba wants to know what the largest animal everyone thinks they could take in a fight. We only got 2 answers from the Survivor contestants here, and Joe, and who else said it? Joe and Kyle. Kyle thinks that he could take a hyena, and Mary jokes that maybe the hyena will bite that wart off your finger, which I thought was pretty funny. I always like a good Kyle's wart mention. Whenever Kyle's wart is brought up, I'm a big fan. Roanoke, Virginia native, Kyle, and his famous calloused wart. But actually, Joe doubles down on Kyle's situation here, and he says he would fight a retired. I don't know how a gorilla retires, but Joe would fight a retired gorilla at the zoo. He said he would give the gorilla a DDT, which did give me a pop as a wrestling fan. I was like, oh shit, Joe knows his wrestling. He's giving him old Jake the Snake DDT to this retired gorilla. He said he wouldn't kill it though, so that's good. Thanks. It's good to know Joe. He does have a big heart, right? Joe has a huge heart. It's very evident. He's super good guy. You know, it makes me hate him. Ugh, like it does. It makes me hate him. But I would definitely trust Joe. Like Joe is not gonna. I don't think he's gonna sway you the wrong way, right? If you're on Joe's good side, he's probably gonna be straight up with you, which was proven throughout this episode as we get into it here. Shaheen really wants to paint a new tribe flag. He's all about wanting to paint this new tribe flag. He's like, yo, we need a new tribe flag. I want some time for that. And Chrissy just totally shits all over that, says, nope, no time to paint a tribe flag. I'm coming back to the camp with tree mail. And she comes back to the camp with tree mail. And they open this up, and everybody's like, sigh of just, geez, like, really? Like, we got to do this again already? Like, not even a 24 hours to breathe here? So, this is a note in the tree mail that says, guys, your next immunity challenge, you're going to be breaking into pairs. So we're going to need you to pair up before the challenge, which is going to draw the lines between all these people, right? It's really going to draw the lines. I was a little confused when I first heard this, so I did have to rewind and watch the rules again. So if I was watching live, I would be a little peeved at how this was displayed and explained. I eventually got it, and I realized that everybody kind of had to pair up on their own, that this wasn't going to be a schoolyard pick type deal. This is just pick your pairs, and we'll see where we go. So people paired up pretty randomly. No one really threw themselves out there except for Joe and Eva, who are just unashamed of their unequivocal love for one another out there on the island. Their father-daughter bond type relationship that they have going on is very strong, and they don't care who sees it. They don't give a shit who sees it. Right? And it's pretty crazy because everybody there doesn't give a shit who sees it. Like it's there may be one or two, and we'll get to that. There may be one or two who care what Joe and Eva are doing. But for the most part, no one bats an eye at these two, even being paired up here immediately. Let's see here. Let's see. Joe lies about a little bit of gameplay and tries to get a read on everyone before everyone picks partners too, which I thought was really funny. That Joe is playing the game here with a little less integrity than someone in an integrity alliance would. And Chrissy is onto this bullshit. She's onto it. She notes it's totally garbage that Eva and Joe can pair up. So everything I just said, Chrissy pretty much says in front of everybody, right? She says it in front of everybody. She's saying it in confessionals. She's very vocal and adamant about how it's just BS that Joe and Eva are this power duo and no one is batting an eye at it. And I can't help but agree with her here in this situation here. Excuse me. Let me get a sip of Red Bull, guys. I don't need to rush through it too much, right? We're live here. If you haven't liked and subscribed and you're enjoying the content here, please do. Come back. You can join me in the live chat if you'd like. Like I said, we're live every Wednesday, 10:15. For Pro Wrestling Sauce. And if you like celebrity gossip and jokes and fun, check out House Assembly Sundays at 9. And Survivor Digest here Thursdays. No set time. Surprise live on Thursdays. All right. A little bit of a drink break there. Let me get back into it here. So Eva is dishing all the dirt about Chrissy to whoever wasn't at their tribal, because they split the tribals, so some of the tribe was not there, and she's going to dish all the dirt about Chrissy's little outburst about integrity at tribal. She's going to dish the dirt to the rest of the people to try to kind of sway the vote her way. And then we go to Mitch, and he compares the cliques going on here to a high school cafeteria. He said this is a lot like a high school cafeteria, and I couldn't help but agree with him here. Definitely was given those vibes. Mitch tries to bring his OG tribe back together, right? His original tribe back together to vote his way, and it does not go according to Mitch's plan at all. They are not receptive to Mitch. I write here, what can Mitch do? It's just falling on deaf ears, anything he tries to do. And I have no idea. Mitch. Mitch is just getting dealt a tough hand. Not tough enough, though, because Mitch was fairly quiet this episode. For as dangerous as a player as Mitch is, he was very quiet this episode. Very, very quiet. Let's see here. I also write so small, guys. I'm going to show you a little how the sausage is made here. I also write so small. Look at this. And, I can't really help my handwriting. I can write big, but it'll take up a lot of space. And I got 2 pages of notes, for each episode I do here. I got 2 pages of notes. And I do the same thing for wrestling. And, just it's a win-lose, It's a win that I don't take up as much space and I can fit it all into 2 sheets here, but it's a lose because I can't see, right? Look at me over here. I look like a baby that just got its first glasses over here with my vision. So, yep. Mitch tries to bring his O-Tree tribe back together, and Camilla and Kyle, both of them are still linking up behind the scenes, right? Camilla and Kyle both still linking up, trying not to expose themselves as the power duo that they are, but still connecting nonetheless, Which is good. You need to still check in with your number one. That's always very important, because you don't want to lose their trust or have them sway away thinking like, are they really with me? Because if you're too quiet, that's not good. So now we're going to go to the immunity challenge. Here we go. Jeff starts, asking Camilla, Shaheen, and others strategy on why they picked who they picked. And this bothers me. Because it's like, Jeff, I know you're trying to build tension here, but you're pretty much just asking people their game. Like, why'd you pick this person? Like, there's strategy to it, Jeff. Why are you asking for their strategy straight out? Like, hey, we know why Joe and Eva are together. They're not going to get any questions. Shaheen, why'd you pick Camilla? You know, maybe because I wouldn't get called out for it, and then here's Jeff calling me out for it. Like, what is that shit, dude? Come on, Jeff. You're better than that. He just gets so goofy sometimes. I'm like, what are these questions you're asking, Jeff? What is this? So let's see. Oh yeah. I said exposing players, games more, and more every episode. Shut the fuck up, Jeff, and tell me the rules. That's what I would say if I was a player. Star and Mitch, automatically they've got my eye. I'm like, oh, Star and Mitch together? That should be a great team. Boy, was I wrong. Boy, was I wrong. They are the first two eliminated, essentially, here. And this, let me explain this challenge a little bit. This immunity challenge is in 3 stages. The first 2 stages, you're with your pair. And in the last stage, when there's only 4 left, it goes to an individual for the immunity. So in this first stage, guys, we got the first round here. And don't forget that this is also for reward. The reward is going to be tacos. Tacos back at camp. You know, tacos got a big pop. I won't lie. They got a huge pop. And the first 2 pairs out is, like I said, Mitch. And I'm not going to explain the challenge. I'm not going to explain the challenge in its entirety. I will tell you that the ending challenge for between the final 4 is the classic Survivor, hold on to a pole. Hold on to a pole for as long as you possibly can. And that's the ending here. But the first 2 stages here, like I said, Star and Mitch, they lose, and I feel like I jinxed them by writing down that they were the best pair. I'm sorry to Star and Mitch. I know that this has already happened, and it's a recorded program here, but I'm so sorry that that you guys failed here. I feel like something may have been rigged, and you guys may have been screwed out of this. Someone cheated. There's no way when you pair up Star, Tooney, and Dangerous Mitch that they are going to be failing. That's not even possible. That's how you know this is bullshit. This isn't real TV. That's how you know it's not real. Because Mitch and Star were out first. Absolutely despicable. Okay, they are the challenge lords in this episode, especially Mitch. Okay, and then you pair up Mitch with the basketball player, Mitch, who's been sinking threes all season. You pair him up with the real life basketball player, and then you tell me that they get out first. God damn it. Boy, howdy. And by the way, there's another stipulation here, guys. If Jeff can't throw more chaos and confusion to us, the viewers, and to the players, there's another stipulation in that the first 4 people out of this challenge have to go on a journey later. Oh boy, another journey. If we're really voting for Survivor 50 and they're going to take these votes seriously, get rid of those fucking journeys, dude. Please. My God. Ugh. As soon as I heard that, I was just like, God, why, dude? Why? Another journey? Jeez, dude. And the journeys suck. They're all like little dumb games to promote their Survivor board game. They're selling like a Survivor board game at Target, and they want you to buy it so you can recognize some of the challenges in there and be like, oh, I remember this. I remember when Justin Pepperoni lost because he rolled some dice. When he got voted out because he inevitably rolled dice the wrong way. God. They need to fix some of that shit. So, yeah, I wrote, it's going to be a dumb journey later. All right, so Star, Mitch, Shaheen, and Camilla, they're the first 4 out. They're going to have to go on this journey later. We go to the second round. Lots of up and down stairs. You got to match the plank to the stair. So they're just going up and down stairs, trying to match these planks to stairs. And let's see here. Mitch is a good sport from the sidelines. They even show a shot of Mitch being a fantastic human being and an overall good sport from the sidelines, rooting on the people still competing in this challenge. Shout out to Mitch. David and Mary are a killer team. They really are. They are a killer team. They seem to kind of be becoming a power duo in a sense. I can see it from a mile away. Mary is very drawn to David. I don't know if he is in the same way, but I can tell that she is very drawn to David and all of his milk power. He's got a lot of milk power. He drinks a lot of milk. And David has eaten a lot this season, right? He's just a fully strong boy out there on the island. And him and Mary are a killer team. And they beast through. So we got the final round here is Joe versus Eva, who advanced, and Mary versus David on a pole. That's right. Judy Bagwell on a pole match. So everybody's got to hold on to this pole. You just got to like hold on to the pole like this. And it's up really high. There's no footholds at all. It's like a dime sideways worth of lip there for you to stick your toe on and try to hold on to this pole. It's really impossible looking for someone that's a bigger guy. I feel like so this is one of those challenges for the strong men that they're gonna have a tough time with. I have a feeling. And my feeling was correct. My feeling was very correct. I wrote big beef castles don't last at these, and I was correct here. They do not. Joe is out first almost instantly. Almost very quickly, Joe is out first. And then followed right behind David. So it's just Eva and Mary are our final two. One of these two women is going to win immunity here on Survivor Season 48. And Mary keeps sliding down the pole. Eva's kind of like hanging on. Production tried to make it look like it was closer of a race than it was, but Mary eventually drops out, and Eva wins immunity. You cannot vote for Eva at Tribal Council. Eva wins immunity. Eva thanks the tacos for motivation, which I thought was pretty funny. Chrissy and Kyle come back to camp with no tacos, and Chrissy says they need to cut the head off the snake, referring to Joe. Joe is not a snake, though. Joe is more, he's like a good snake. If you're in the Garden of Eden, Joe wouldn't be a little sneaky snake slithering around. He would be like a really tall, handsome Pegasus. That's how I see Joe. I could see Joe, like the top half of Joe's body, on a horse. It's not hard to picture. It's not. David, too. David would make a great centaur. A great centaur. Maybe we can work some Photoshop skills, some Photoshop magic, and make that happen. So, yeah. Eva wins the immunity, and Chrissy wants to cut the head off the snake, meaning Joe. Kyle thinks it does not quite make sense for him to cut Joe, and he's not really feeling the vibe that Chrissy's putting out here. And then we cut to the journey. Oh, I love the journey. Don't stop doing these journeys. Jeff Probst, what the fuck? Why do you fuck with me? God, Jeff. Look what you've done. You made me do that. So this is like this is a game at the journey. They all show up, and I guarantee you this is in the Survivor board game at some point. They all show up to this journey, and it's like you got to pick the balls, but you can pick 2 balls or 1 ball. It's a bunch of math involved with these balls. I hated it. I thought this was stupid. All of my notes are mainly curse words here about this journey. I wrote Mitch and Camilla connect through eye contact, which was kind of cool to take Star out of this challenge, but it kind of pissed me off because it was like Star and Mitch are a team over there, and now this stupid journey's coming in between them, and the Star loses her vote, which, let me tell you, no one in the history of Survivor has ever, ever, ever lost their vote and it be nothing. Like, it'd be just okay. There was no outcome of it, no boo-hoo. No one's worried about Star not having a vote. Star's not worried about having a vote. This was pretty much pointless. Star's pretty much not had a vote this whole time, if I'm not mistaken. I think she's voted like once. you know? God, these journeys. So, yeah. Camilla and Mitch got together, and Star doesn't have her vote. It's taco time, guys. Taco time. We're going to go down to the beach where they have the tacos at, right? These guys just got tacos as a reward. And I wrote, what the fuck, production? What the fuck, dude? Eva finds a scroll in her bowl of chips. There's just a bowl of chips right in front of Eva where Eva's sitting. I guess anybody could have been sitting there, but it was just, I hate the put the scroll in the thing of chips. And anybody can find it, and it's a clue. It's not an advantage right away, but it is a clue to one. And I don't know. I don't like it, the slipping it in the bowl of chips. They did Rachel last year as the winner. I thought it tainted her win a little bit for me. I didn't like that at all. Just for me, that's a personal perspective there on that. But yeah, it wasn't cutting the mustard for me. I didn't like that at all. She finds a scroll in the bowl of chips. And I wrote, this is dog shit. And I was like, oh, if she gets an advantage, she'll save Joe. If Chrissy's plan actually goes through, she'll save Joe. David, I made note of this. David is eating once again. David, not having a hard time on Survivor, eating once again, getting his calories and his nutrients that he so needs. David having no problem eating on Survivor, but he is worried about Shaheen and Camilla working together. Earlier, when they all grouped up into pairs, he didn't like the fact that Shaheen and Camilla, they got together, and he didn't really like the reasoning behind why Shaheen picked Camilla either. He was kind of like, oh, we just kind of like locked eyes and connected. He didn't really have a good reason for it. And Mary says that she will trust Shaheen if Camilla goes home tonight. Now, all of a sudden, this starts being a all-out hunt for Camilla. I don't understand why this was an all-out hunt for Camilla, but it was. Okay, they were like, Camilla's got to go. She won't see it coming. Everyone thinks we're going to go gung-ho on Chrissy after the outburst at Tribal, so we're going to switch it to Camilla. Now, I know one thing is that Kyle is not going to like that at all. Kyle is not going to be a fan of that. And after everyone was done eating and then comes back and rejoins the rest of the tribe, now the whole tribe is together on the beach together. Eva goes down to the beach to burp and fart and read her scroll, which has some coordinates on it, to a secret advantage that she's going to have to sneak out of camp to get this secret advantage. Now, she didn't do it in this episode. I thought we were maybe going to get Eva sneaking out of camp in this episode, but yeah, I guess that's for another episode. But she got a scroll that tells her where the secret advantage is. Now, Joe tells Kyle everyone is trying to go with Camilla. And Kyle's ears perk up, and he's like, what? And he immediately tells Joe that Chrissy said she's going to vote for him. Like, that's his defense mechanism, is being like, hey, Joe, Chrissy's going to vote for you. She's been throwing your name out there, and Joe's ears perk up. So, Kyle just needed to do something to get his number one's name out of Joe's mouth at the moment. I wrote right here, it's getting messy. Kyle asks David, what's up? And David is straight up. I've never seen, David may say that, he's playing this integrity game and that he's trying to play an honest game, and he means this shit. This guy means this shit, right? This guy, when I said this guy's coach with muscles, he is. He's coach with muscles, but he's, I don't know, dude, following through more than Coach ever would. Right? Coach said these things, but Coach was lying and scheming and, holding prayers and doing all sorts of weird shit. Love Coach, but my goodness, is David just an improvement of the old model. Uh, Joe, he's just straight up with Kyle here, and doesn't understand why Kyle is so sketched out about having to vote for Camilla. He's like, "Why? I don't understand why." And Kyle is just giving himself away here. I'm like, dude, Kyle, you're giving yourself away. David is on to you at this point, dude. Like, David's really on to you at this point. Camilla says that David should have signed up for the Olympics instead of Survivor if he wanted to be all happy-go-lucky, yee-hee, just do challenges, which I thought was really funny. Kyle, let's see. Kyle steers the vote through Joe to Chrissy. He tries to, but even others are not feeling the vibe still. And it's terrifying David, who can sense Kyle's game. Like I said, he can sense this game. He even tells Kyle at one point, "Hey, man, you're scaring me. You're scaring me, dude." David is on to Kyle and calls out that the convo they're having is just going in circles. There's no, dude, it's just going in circles here. I'm like, why can't you vote for Camilla? And Kyle's just like, well, I don't understand why. Like, Kyle's explanation here and defense was not good. And I would have been on to him too, right? Wouldn't have been easy to sniff out. So I wrote here, can Kyle save Camilla? And then we went to commercial, and then we come back, and it's tribal time, baby. It's tribal time, and we've got Cedric. Cedric coming back. That's right. The only member of our jury. I do miss Say, though. I won't lie. I'm kind of disappointed that it's Cedric sitting there and not Say. Let's be real, guys. We wish it was Say. You know, I'm sure nobody else going to the jury wishes it was Say, but we, the audience, wish it was Say. I wrote here, no one gives a shit. Star has a vote. That's insane to me. Star has no vote. Famously, I mean, we had someone earlier in this episode that didn't have a vote. Cedric found out Bianca didn't have a vote. Boom, gone. If you don't have a vote in Survivor, it is a death sentence. It is a death sentence. Losing your vote on one of these journeys is a death sentence. Now, I could look at this as a bad thing, but I could also look at this as, wow, Star is amazing. I don't know how she does it, how she has this power, but she does. She loses her vote and no one cares. No one bats an eye. It's almost insulting a little bit, right? I feel like Star should use this as some heat later on in the season, maybe. To be like, you guys didn't even care that I lost my vote. That's crazy. Everybody gets voted out when they lose their vote. Like, you don't see me as a threat. Like, she's not in that integrity alliance, is she? No, no. She's like solid with like. I just don't get putting Star on the back burner, or Mitch, or Dangerous Mitch. You guys, I believe you're sleeping on a final 3 contestant over here, maybe. So we're at Tribal, and this is where it gets crazy, guys. Not Jeff's boring questions that he always asks. Those are always boring and pointless. Because everybody always says the same thing. It gets good when people start speaking up for themselves. Camilla says that she does not think she's causing anyone's flipping, and everybody kind of like darts around and looks at each other with that one. And then Chrissy doubles down on her episode from last week. Hating on the integrity and the love being spread around through that tribe and the Integrity Alliance. She just doubles down on it here, and I absolutely loved it. I loved Chrissy. I was like, oh my gosh, her just showing herself in these last 2 episodes really made me grow to like her. I started to really root for her, which seems to be the death of me. Every time I seem to be rooting for someone really hard and really enjoying them, that's when the rest of the tribe doesn't agree with me and says, nope, they gotta go. They suck. They gotta go. So, let's see here. Chrissy doubles down on her anti-integrity speech, and it starts to sway the vote. Let's just be honest, and not in the way she wants to, right? Everybody's sitting there looking around like, why is she saying this? And I could feel it right then and there. Like, Chrissy, you're going to get a shitload of votes here, dude. Chrissy and David, they go back and forth in this tribal, arguing with one another over like how to play the game necessarily. And David is a little silly here. I have kind of felt he was a little silly in that like we're tired of it, man. Us big strong men, we're not taking it anymore. We're not taking being picked on by you little guys anymore. A little bit goofy there, David. You're not being bullied. I mean, David's a sensitive guy. I get it. He's a sensitive, big, strong pup. But no one, you're not getting bullied here. You're doing bullying right back by doing forcing this integrity thing on everybody else who kind of wants to play the game. I feel Chrissy's vibe. I feel Chrissy's vibe more than I feel David's. That's for damn sure. And it bums me out that Mary's part of it, because Mary seems like a very quirky, zany, fun person, and she's for some reason dropping a little bit of that act and having more of a milk approach, right? She seems like she's all hopped up on whole milk with David. Let's see here. They go back and forth, and this is one of my favorite parts too. Chrissy calls out Joe and Eva. She calls out Joe and Eva in front of everyone. She's like, I don't understand why you guys just let them walk around like this. This is insane to me. Because I would be Chrissy in this moment, 100%. I'd be like, how is this? Everyone's just okay with these two being a power couple. They're going to let these two get to the end. If they let these two get to the end, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. As the whole cast can't be invited back now. You guys let Joe and Eva get to the end. If that's the case, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Who would be the final three? Joe, Eva, and who do they bring along with them? If it's full integrity, it's David's got to be in the final three, right? It's got to be David, Joe, and Eva. Right? It's not a honest game unless those are your final three, according to them. So let's get to the vote. We get to the vote, and everybody goes up to vote. We get a little tiny confessional from Chrissy, who says, I think I just screwed myself. Yeah, you think, Chrissy? You should have not blabbed so much. Like, keep some of those thoughts throughout the tribe. Spread it around a little bit. But just being straight up bold and blunt forward at tribal in front of everyone is outrageous, right? So let's get the vote tally here. It was all Chrissy except for one vote for Shaheen. Now that's hilarious because I thought this was going to be between her and Camilla, and I didn't see a single vote for Camilla, but I still saw a vote for Shaheen, who at the beginning of the episode was in panic mode because his name was written down at tribal. Someone's still writing your name down, Shaheen. Someone out there still writing it down. It could have been Chrissy here. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not even sure if her vote was read. But yeah, Chrissy gets the majority of the votes here, like I had predicted, and Chrissy is voted out. And she was, I would say, the least good sport out of everyone voted out so far, including Say, who we thought was going to be, who I thought was going to be obnoxious leaving, kind of blow up someone's game or something. And she was not. She was an absolute great class act. And Chrissy here says, you guys are going to need it. You guys are going to need good luck. Good luck. You're going to need it. Like, just shut up. You got voted out, dude. You just talked yourself into getting voted out. I was starting to like you. I was really liking everything you were saying. I just wish you were saying it in a confessional and not in front of the whole tribe. Right? I wish you were saying this to Kyle in private at getting water, on the beach, like doing whatever, like in private with some of your tribe mates, not out in front of everyone. That makes you seem like, the crazy person, the gung-ho, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to cut everybody's throat right here, right now. You might as well have said that. You might as well have sat there and said, I'm ready to slit everyone's throat, Jeff. Give me a knife. I'm ready to stick it in Joe's back. I don't know why you would say some of those things out loud. You can think them, you can act on them, and you can try to spread them. But Just boldly flashing it to everyone, right? That's not good, right? So goodbye, Chrissy. Not a single vote for Camilla. Congratulations, Camilla. Uh, we got a little bit of a preview here. I caught some of it. I didn't really pay attention to the ending preview here, but I did hear Shaheen say he's ready. He's ready to party, right? And I think I got. Oh, I don't have Shaheen on here. I don't know. I thought I did. Thought I had Shaheen on here, guys. Sorry, I don't. Oh well. I have a little soundbite that I would play on House Assembly. That's him saying he wants a mozzarella stick. And it's not on here. I don't know why. But yes, this is that's our that's my Survivor 48 episode 8 review. Good episode. A lot of stuff happening here. There's some stuff I didn't like, of course. You heard my dismay with the scroll in the bowl of chips, and my dismay towards splitting up into pairs. Again, it's constant splits. Like, we're one tribe. As soon as we become one tribe, let's split everybody up and confuse the shit out of the audience. I don't like that. Let's simplify some of this. We can still keep most of the drama and everything else. Jeff somehow thinks this is maybe will be boring if we eliminate some of this. I don't think so. I'm not. I go back and watch old seasons all the time, and I'm never bored, and I already know what's going to happen. So that's absolutely bonkers way of thinking for Probst. So you eliminate that, you got a pretty good episode here. Let's do our star rankings, right? Let's go down to the star rankings. Thank you for watching and being here. If you've tuned in live or if you've watching the playback, I greatly appreciate it. Like and subscribe, right? Let's start with Star, right? Star to me. Here she is. And she is a star, right? I wish we saw more of Star every episode. Every time she talks, she shines really bright. She talked at Tribal in this episode, and I'm not really sure what she said, but it was funny. You know, it's just kind of like what she's got written on her hot take here. I'm not sure what it says, but it's funny. Star, we're going to give her 3 stars. We're going to meet right in the middle with Star. Camilla, who, didn't have a single vote here. Still kind of pulled it off. I mean, with the help of Kyle, of course. But her and Kyle being each other's number ones is, I think, probably my favorite storyline in this season right now. It's definitely not Mary and the Milkman or the Integrity Alliance or anything of that nature. It's these two. These are the two I want to see really succeed, and I really think have a shot at winning if they're sitting in the final 3. So I'm going to give Camilla 4 stars. Now, David sticks by his guns. You know what I'm saying? David really, he's true to his word in a sense. And he's the rightful leader of the Integrity Alliance, the Milkman himself. He's going to get 4 stars, too. I can't be biased towards a favorite here, right? He gets 4 stars as well. This is a 5-star system, by the way. And then we got Joe. And Joe is should be the leader, and he's not, which is interesting. Joe really couldn't get the vote to go the way he wanted to either, so Joe's going to get knocked down a star. I'm putting Joe right in the middle, right? He's not the Superman we thought he was, maybe. 3 stars for Joe. Chrissy got voted. Everybody, Chrissy doesn't get a star ranking tonight. She was eliminated. So, Chrissy, no more star rankings for you. If I was to give you one, it'd be 0 because why did you do that at Tribal? Why'd you go out there with your trench coat on and flash your whole game to everybody? I don't understand. Kyle's trying, dude. Kyle's really freaking trying, dude. He is really freaking trying. I'm hoping for a good game for him, like I said, with him and Camilla, but he kind of exposed himself, having to defend the Camilla vote. He got really lucky that Chrissy opened her mouth,
at Tribal. So I'm gonna give Kyle. I'm gonna give him 4 stars here for really trying, and he didn't really do the work to pull it off, but Chrissy did the work to secure that vote. But Kyle did. He's still a 4-star man. We're at Virginia's own Kyle Frazier. All right, Shaheen. All right, Shaheen. Shaheen's kind of, dude. He's kind of a 3-star man still. Like, he's not really at the top of any vote. He's not really at the bottom of any vote. He's kind of just in the middle, and no one really trusts him, which is funny. Like, no one trusts him. Everybody talks about him, but everyone says the same thing. I don't really trust him. He's too good of a player, which I don't know what they see there. I'm not really seeing him do too much conniving. As conniving as everyone said he was going to be in the preseason, I have not seen any of that. I believe he was an alternate for like an earlier season. Everybody thought he was going to be on that season and said, "This guy's evil." Where did that come from? 3 stars for Shaheen. Mitch. I gotta be fair and honest. Mitch was our 5-star man over here, and I'm gonna go down to 4 stars for Mitch because he's on a downward spiral a little bit. I hope the spiral starts to go counterclockwise in the opposite direction. But Mitch, not doing so hot. So he's gonna go down to 4 stars. Our 5-star man is down to 4 stars. Oh no. Oh no. And him and Star were out of the challenge first, which is ridiculous. The 2 prime premium athletes in their prime getting out of this challenge first. Disrespectful. Love you, Mitch, but 4 stars. Now, Eva. Now, I would give Eva more stars for finding an advantage, right? She could be a 5-star. Because I think I had her at 3 last week. She's at 3 stars last week. I'd bump her up 2 had she found that advantage on her own and not just eating chips. It's one of the lamest things. I did. But she did hold on to that pole really good. She held on to that pole and she won immunity here, so she is still going up 1 star. 4 stars for Eva, who is, I believe, should be the one to. What did Chrissy say? Cut the head off the snake. If Eva takes out Joe, I'll love her forever. Do it, Eva. And then we have Mary. Mary's taking an odd turn. She's the last of her pack there, her whole tribe, original tribe. Cedric and Say being the last 2 of her tribe to go. Now she is the only one left, and she would have been voted out way earlier had she not used the shot in the dark, which she thinks is kind of whack. But she's somehow attached herself to the milkman, David. And she's over there greasing his udders, right? Yeah, I don't know. She's gravitated towards David's side of things, and I'm not really sure how that happened, but she's kind of calling the shots with him, it seemed like. And good for her, She's kind of still 3 stars. She's in the middle, She's not quite running the show, but she has attached herself to a nice alliance that I believe can further her game, right? She's smart and definitely still in the middle ground. 3 stars for Mary. And there it is, boys. That's your Survivor episode 8 of season 48. Recap and review with me, Josh O'Leary, right here on the Slipper House Extra Extra YouTube channel. And I'm going to hit the plugs one more time, guys. Don't forget it's WrestleMania week this week. So I'm going to be doing a lot of live streaming. We got vertical live streams coming up for this Friday. This Friday I'm going to be doing a live stream for the SmackDown before WrestleMania. And then this Saturday I'm going to be doing a live stream for WrestleMania. We're going to do a little boost up for WrestleMania on Friday night during SmackDown, and then Saturday we're going to kick off WrestleMania with a vertical live stream reacting to all the matches here on the channel. I'll be trying to read the chat the best I can, but it's going to be a nice long stream vertically, so if you're watching on your phone and stuff, it'll be perfect. We'll be doing both nights like that, and then also have House Assembly coming out Sunday night at 9. That's coming. That'll probably be coming out at the same time John Cena is pinning Cody Rhodes. Am I right? That'll that'll be when that's going down. Yeah, and then after that you have, uh, Pro Wrestling Sauce Wednesdays at 10:15 Eastern Standard Time right here on the channel, and we're going to be breaking down all of WrestleMania with a full, thorough review on Wednesday night, and then on Thursday night, guys, we got a special Thursday night stream. Okay, it is not going to be the next Thursday is not going to be a Survivor stream, right? The next Thursday's stream will be a catching up with Jacob. Okay, we got Jacob making his triumphant return here to the channel and to the Sauce. He's very excited, so it will be a special bonus episode of Pro Wrestling Sauce on Thursday with a returning Jacob. He's been at boot camp. He joined the Army, and we're gonna get all the updates on his experience and his thoughts on Mania and just overall catching up with him. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So like and subscribe and come back and tune in with us. We're gonna be live here a lot. I read plenty of chat. I come in here and I read the chat. If you would like to say we didn't have anybody in here tonight, and that's fine. Right? No distractions, but I don't mind the distractions. I welcome them, and I love it, guys. I love it. I'll see you guys. Oh, Johnny's in the chat. What's going on, dude? Welcome back, small boy. That's right, dude. Jacob's on his way back, dude. Coming back from the Army, dude. He's probably gonna be like I think he's gonna be heavier, dude. I was gonna order him a T-shirt, and I think he's gonna be a large now, right? I used to always get a mediums, and I'm like, there's no way Jacob comes back from the Army. Oh, it's not. J-Dub is here. That's right. Well, you used to be Johnny Party Mix Eagle Milk here on the channel. People know you. Oh, yeah, Jake is doing big things. He really is. I think he might be a buff boy. I'm not too entirely certain about that, but he might be, right? I mean, he's had to do a lot of work over there at boot camp. That's no joke. I mean, it's pretty much a 4-month workout. So he's going to be making his triumphant return this Thursday. We'll be doing a Thursday special edition bonus Pro Wrestling Sauce, catching up with Jacob on his return from boot camp here on the channel. So lots of content this week, guys. WrestleMania, live reactions, reviews, House Assembly, Survivor, all the good stuff right here on Slipperhouse Extra Extra. Like and subscribe. Yes. Proud of him. Exactly, dude. We're going to be really showing how proud we are this coming Thursday of Jacob. Right? And if you haven't checked out our WrestleMania predictions, we just did WrestleMania predictions last night. We live streamed those for over an hour and a half here on the channel. And Jake sent me his predictions from the Army. He sent them in, and I got them all written down proper right here. Let's see. Let's check this out, dude. Got them all written down nice and proper right here. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Night 2. We got night 1. Predictions all written down. Dirt. Me, Nate, and Jake all went through night 1 and night 2's both cards, and we broke it down, and we're going to be seeing who comes out the winner in those predictions. So if you want to check out the predictions, J-Dub, or anyone else tuning in the replay or live, just go back to the last live before this one. All right, we did them last night. So check out our prediction show over on Pro Wrestling Sauce. And that about does it, guys. That about does it for this episode of Survivor Digest. If you've tuned in late, right, you can always rewind, you can always like, you can always subscribe, you can always check out all the premium content here on Slipperhouse Extra Extra. I'll see you guys next Thursday. Oh, I forgot to mention, we'll still do a Survivor review. It's just gonna be on Friday now. It's gonna be on Friday, and you're gonna get 2 live streams on that Friday. So it's a lot of live streaming. Good stuff. I'll see you guys all next Thursday in this spot. But I'll see you guys tomorrow night as well for our Juiced Up SmackDown Vertical Live getting pumped up for WrestleMania.
All right, you guys. Everybody have a good night. See you all later. Bye.